Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're checking out what if Europe recolonized the entire world. Now, this might become an entire series, but all the landlocked nations like Moldova, like Serbia, Kosovo, North Macedonia, Hungary, Slovakia, Austria, Switzerland, and Liechtenstein, San Marino, the Vatican, Luxembourg, and Belarus, they might have to fight each other in order to gain access. As you can see, excuse me, Kazakhstan is still here because a small portion of them is still inside Europe. Now, all of this, this here, they're not a thing anymore. Those are uncolonized. So we see the first country making the first move. And it's gonna be the British. Now, Iceland, I think they're gonna be divided here. So Iceland will reclaim all of Iceland. But the British, being the British, make a little area in Greenland, which is not owned by Denmark anymore, because Greenland is a part of North America, which North America is not colonized. So nothing there. So the British are the first to make a move. Then the Irish make a move. They make a landing over here next to the British, and the British are like, hey! But there's nothing they can do. And we go over here to Portugal, where they sail down and colonize these areas here. Then they go over here and colonize the Canary Islands, I'm pretty sure. And then they make a small little area inside of Africa. So this will kind of be like a new series I'm going to make so far. The next country to make a move is, well, Spain, which they will get a part of Morocco and a bit of Algeria. This is only the first bit. The next one is going to be France. They will, of course, stick to where they were in the past, taking over Algeria, a bit of Algeria and a bit of Tunisia. Italy is the next to make a move, which they colonize a bit of North Africa as well. Next is going to be Greece, which they will take a huge part of Africa here. Next country to make a move is technically Turkey, because they're still here, just right here. That's still Turkey. But they'll make a move to reclaim part of their old territory, which I don't know if they think that's still there. They don't know that's still there. But they also make a move to just take Cyprus, which is not colonized because it's somewhere in Asia. And they also make a move to Egypt, and they will make a little colony here. Then we see Ukraine over here making their move, taking over part of Turkey. We see Kazakhstan, going along here and meeting up with this lake or, pond, I don't know. And taking a bit of what is modern-day Kazakhstan still. We see the Russians making their move and taking a bit of old Russian lands here. They'll meet up with this area here and, just take all of this. We also see the British also making a landing in Newfoundland over here, taking a bit of Canadian territory. We also see Denmark make a landing in Greenland as well. France also makes a landing inside of Greenland here, and makes a huge little colony here. So yeah, that's our new borders for the world now. Now, obviously, we're gonna have to like do a bit of like this here, then this. Okay, let's get to some wars, shall we? Now, Andorra will be taken over by France, and so is Monaco. Switzerland just destroyed Liechtenstein. Now they're going after Austria. They broke their neutrality because they want access to the sea. Because I think they might want to do a little colonization, or like have like a little bit of sea access to like go along and access this. So they will begin to invade other countries. They also go into the Balkans somehow and take over Hungary. They begin to take over all of these countries here, including Albania. So we can go ahead and look at this peace treaty of the First War. That actually you can see. Oh, what was that? Oh. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to like get a little bit of this. Also, just get rid of this because Italy also took that over. They also have all of Malta here. Also, France took over Luxembourg. I forgot to mention that. Now we can really do this. Here we go. So yeah, Switzerland now is big. Crap, I forgot about something. So Switzerland now has sea access. So they use this to their advantage and make a little landing inside of the Middle East. And yeah, Switzerland's the first nation who was landlocked to do something. So we see another war happening. This time it's between Belarus and Ukraine. Belarus wants to take Ukraine's land to get some more land over here. But, so they start to invade into Ukraine. But Ukraine pushes them back completely, and Ukraine pushes into Belarus, takes Minsk and all of Belarus. And the peace treaty, Belarus gets annexed by Ukraine. Belarus was hoping to expand, but Ukraine expanded instead. Now we're seeing a war between Moldova and Romania. Moldova is the attacker, so they will try to invade Romania, which they will get some land from them, but Romania is already is too strong for them. What the? Is too strong for them to capture. So the same thing that happened to Belarus happens to Moldova. In the peace treaty, they will get fully annexed. Alright, let's look back up on what the countries who are colonizing land. We see Ukraine making their colony a little bit bigger, like trying to get more Black Sea coast. We see the Turks try and cut off Switzerland from expanding. And they even expand their little Egyptian area here too. And they even will expand this along the Red Sea here taking over all of that. Greece will have a mission to take some land too, and they take over all of this. Italy makes their move again and decides just to go a little slow on colonizing. So they take over this land here. France, being France, does what they do best and colonize Africa. So they take a large portion of Algeria again. We see Portugal also expanding, which they make their colony huge. They reach up all the way to here. Don't mind this is just a tiny little mistake. And then Spain finishes off this area here. Switzerland expands just a little bit. We see Russia expanding into the Caucasus. And we see Kazakhstan also reach over here to this area. And claiming some land along this area, which will look something like that. Russia also makes a move here and takes over some more of previous Russian land, which they'll do something kind of like this. We see Norway making a move to take some parts of Greenland here, which they do. But we see Denmark also making a move to cut off Norway completely, which they will do. We see the British also expanding their colony in Greenland. So will the Irish and the French as well. The British will make some moves to colonize a bit of the mainland US here. So they will colonize all of this area of Canada here. Up to this point right here. Actually, no. Like all the way up to this. So we're gonna have to like get all this. So basically the British have all of this here. Just that. Plus this. Just keep that in mind. We also see the Portuguese making a landing in Brazil. We also see the French making a landing in French Guiana. We also see the Spanish make a landing here in Uruguay. We also see the Spanish over here in all of this area. They take over all of this. And also begin to take over some land in Venezuela. They also take over a bit of Hispaniola. The French
arrive here in this part of Hispaniola, and also take over all the Bahamas and Cuba and Jamaica. And they also make a landing over here. And they also have a bit of Florida here. Actually, all of Florida. For some reason, the British are also expanding more into Greenland here, completely cutting off France from expanding this way. Alright, let's get these new borders done with. Oh, I forgot to mention, the British also circled around Africa and made a landing over here in South Africa. So, yeah, I forgot to mention that. Sorry. Portugal, here you go. Spain. So this is kind of like a permanent border for Spain and France. Oh, wait. There. Also France, here you go. Italy. Greece. Turkey. Turkey. Oh. Israel. And more Turkey. Turkey. And also Ukraine. And Russia. And also Kazakhstan. Alright, that's going to do it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Goodbye.